So I watched that movie Spaceman. Now I was really excited for this. Like I've been a big fan of Adam Sandler doing these more dramatic roles lately. Like I loved Uncut Gems. He also did that movie where he played a basketball coach. Which I can't remember the name of the movie, but he was helping out a basketball player in the movie. That was a great one too. The only hesitation I had going in this movie is that Netflix can be very miss for hit. More miss than hit with the movies. So that's the only hesitation I had. And I'll just say this: I wasn't a fan of this movie. Now, let me talk about the positives with this movie. I think Adam Sandler gives a good performance in this movie. Again, he shows he can be a very dramatic actor, and I think Paul Dino, who does the voice of the Spider in the movie, he gives a good performance. And I think for the most part, the CGI on the Spider looks good for the most part. There's moments where it looks a little wonky, but for the most part, I thought the CGI looked really good. And there's some nice visuals, like at the end of the third act movie when you see like the space. But let me get into the negatives now. The plot revolves around his Adam Sandler's character being this guy in space where he's going through a rough patch with his wife. So the Maros is like kind of going through trouble right now when it comes to like not the Maros isn't doing well, him and his wife. And throughout the movie, they do these like the spiders going into his memories. So you see like flashes of his memories of time with his wife and some stuff with his dad to find out why he became so detached from his wife. And one of the issues I have with this movie is that you don't really, it's very surface level. You don't really go too far into them. And the problem is flashes of memories. So I never bought the marriage between Adam Sandler's character and the actress who plays the wife. Like, you don't really get like a sense. Like the way the movie ends too is supposed to like at the end show that that the Maros is gonna make it and that he has hope at the end. But it's just I never felt invested in that relationship. And you see his flashes, but you don't really go into it. And even in the flashes, I'm not really buying the chemistry. So the emotional element of the movie, when it wraps up at the end, I was just like, I just didn't feel anything. And I never really got really invested in the characters. Even in Adam Sandler's character, I never really felt like I emotionally connected to his character. And like I said, the flashes just felt very like they were spread out throughout the movie, and they're just like I said, very surface level. This movie is just very boring. It's a very slow, boring movie. And look, I don't mind a movie where it's a lot of dialogue, but if I don't like connect to the characters and I don't find myself invested in the story, then it becomes just extremely boring to me. And this movie was just so slow paced that I never really got invested in anything in this movie. So like I didn't care about the characters. The story was just extremely slow paced. And the marriage element of the movie with the two between him and his wife, I never got invested in the marriage, never bought into those two characters being married, even when they were doing the flashes, and I feel like you don't really get too far deep into that stuff. Like there's some stuff with his dad they show in his memories, and I feel like they go by so quick and they're just like flashes that you never really get to explore that stuff. So overall, I thought this was extremely a disappointing movie. This is one of Netflix's crappier movies in my opinion too. It didn't. I could tell there was something there that concept wise is interesting. It's just the way it was executed. I just never really connected to like the story with characters in the movie, and I found myself just being really bored of the movie. So I wouldn't personally recommend this. I think this is one of the bad Netflix movies. But like I said, I still think Adam Sandler gives a good performance. Like I still think this shows that Adam Sandler is a really good dramatic actor when he can be. It's just the movie just to me was was terrible and just sucked in my opinion. So I wouldn't recommend Spaceman personally. So that's my thoughts on Spaceman. Until next time, movie fans.